Hello, welcome to the praveentutorials. So here I am going to start this tutorial video classes. So first lesson is reflection of light at curved surfaces. So before going to start this lesson, I would like to discuss a few basic things related to this light. So here in your 6th class, 7th class, 8th as well as 9th also, you are learned about a few things related to the light. So once I will repeated that basic things what we need to learn about this reflection of light at curved surfaces. So here what are the basic things I am discussing in this video session. They are what is light, so how the light is propagating in a medium or in vacuum, then what are the properties of light, then which property of light helping us to see the surroundings, then here what are the required things to explain the reflection of light by drawing the ray diagrams of light. So it explains you about the formation of image in this ray diagrams. So basic things are needed here: reflection, that point of instance, instant light ray, reflected light ray, normal, and what are the types of images formed that we may call as a real image, virtual image. Then here all the types of mirror are able to form this real image, virtual image. So these are the topics I will discuss in this video class. So let us begin without later. So first thing is, what is light? So here in your 6th class you learned about a simple definition for the light is, that is a form of energy. So simply what we can define the light as, it is a form of energy. This light also called as a visible light. Here that light commonly refers to electromagnetic radiation that can be detected by our eyes. So here simply that light travels or moves in a medium with the speed 3 lakhs kilometers per second. It is in the vacuum. The maximum speed attained by the light in the vacuum is 3 lakhs kilometer per second. As a short form, we can express this speed as 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. So here that light travels in the medium and in the vacuum, but that speed of light depends on the density of the medium. So when the density of medium increases, the light speed decreases. Here that density of medium, for example, if you consider air, that density is less. If you compare that speed of light in the water, the density of the medium is maximum, so speed of light is minimum. So here the light do not maintain a constant speed. So how the light propagates in the medium? So that propagation of light in the medium, according to scientist Huygens, it is wave nature. According to scientist Newton, the light has a particle nature, but laterally it is proved as that light has both the wave nature as well as a particle nature. So light propagates in both ways. Then here importance of light in our daily life. So here that is very important in our life. For example, here photosynthetic process, that photosynthetic process will takes place in the presence of light. So preparation of food in this process compulsory required light. Then what about us? We can see the surroundings with the help of light only. So without light you are unable to see the surroundings. So by these two examples you realize that importance of light in our daily life. So very important of this light in our daily life. Then here, which property of light helping us? What are the properties of light? So the properties of light are mainly reflection of light, refraction of light, diffraction of light, interference of light, polarization, dispersion, and scattering of light. So these are the properties of light. In these properties, which of the property of light helping us to see the surroundings? So that property is none other than reflection of light. So reflection of light is helping us to see the surroundings. So simply light is said to be a source of energy which enables us to see the surroundings. So then what is a reflection of light? Here reflection of light is defined as the process of sending back light rays which fall on the surface of an object is called a reflection of light. So here simply if any light ray falls on the surface, it bounces back. For example, here if you throw a ball onto the wall, what happens? Simply from the point where it is going to meet the wall, from there it bounces back. Likewise here light rays also bounce back. So this phenomenon is called as a reflection of light. So here simply this process is said to be sending back of light rays from the surface. So it will come back into the same medium. So here which can reflect the light? Here actually any object, it may be in any color, it will reflect the light, but the amount of light reflected from the surface is different. Here the mirror, any mirror, for example here daily mirror, plain mirror, that mirror is said to be a 100% reflector. That means what amount of light focused on the mirror will be reflected back. So mirror is a 100% reflector. That another surface, for example a wall, it also reflect light. But here what is the difference between them? 100% reflector can form the image clearly, but here partial reflection will not form the image. That partial reflection is helping human being to see the surroundings. Like for example, if you receive the light from the object, that object is visible to you. So that is example. Here types of reflection based on the surface nature, that reflection is defined as a regular reflection and another is irregular reflection. Here the reflection which takes place from the regular surfaces, that reflection is said to be here regular reflection. If the reflection is taking place from the irregular surfaces, that type of reflection is said to be here irregular reflection. Here what is the difference? Here regular reflection, that what are the light rays focused? For example, if you focus a parallel beam of light rays on the regular surface, after reflection also that parallel beam remains as parallel only. So that is a regular reflection. This type of reflection will form the image. Here irregular reflection. In the irregular reflection, what is the light focused? Parallel beam of light that will not remain as parallel after the reflection from the irregular surface. So this type of reflection will not form the image. So these are the types of reflection. Here regular reflection will form the image, irregular reflection will not form the image. So here regular reflection will take place from any type of mirror. It may be concave or a convex or plane mirror. Irregular reflection from any object. Here smoothly polished objects are said to be here almost perfect reflectors, but not like mirrors. Here another topic for us, here terminology related to the reflection. Here what is the terminology related to the reflection? Here like instant light, reflected light, instant ray, reflected ray, point of instance, reflected ray, normal, angle of instance, angle of reflection, etc. are said to be here parameters or terminology related to the mirrors, that reflection. Here with this we will discuss also about the relation between the angle of instance as well as the angle of reflection here. So first one is what is instant light. So here instant light means the light which is focused on the surface of a mirror, or we can say that light which meets the surface is called as a instant light. So what is a reflected light? The light which comes back from the surface, or the light which bounces back from the surface is called instant light. Then what is instant ray? So here in explanation in the formation of a ray diagram, so simply we will use the rays here. So what is a ray? It starts from the source of light. It propagates in the medium without any deviation from the point where it is started as a straight line. So this is called a straight directionality property of light. So light rays always go in the straight direction. The ray of light which falls on the surface is called here instant light ray. So instant light ray always goes towards the surface of the mirror or object which you consider. Then what about a point of instance here? The point of instance is defined as here where that point that light received on the surface, or the light ray meet the surface at a point. That point is called here point of instance. That point of instance tells us where exactly light falls on the mirror surface. Then what about here reflected ray? Reflected ray means when the instant light ray fall on a mirror, definitely it will reflect back or send back. That light ray which sent back by the mirror is called here reflected light ray. Then what about the normal here? Simply normal is defined as an imaginary line at the point of instance here. That at that point exactly it is perpendicular line to the surface of the mirror or the surface of object. Here that perpendicular line at the point of instance to the surface is called here normal. So this normal is used in the ray diagrams. It is denoted by the dotted line in the diagrams. So it is distinguished from the instant light ray and reflected light ray by representing it with dotted lines. Here normal line exactly lies between the instant light ray as well as the reflected light ray. Then what about here angle of instance? So here we can define the angle of instance, the angle made by the instant light ray with the normal line. The angle made by the instant light ray with the normal line. But don't measure this angle with the plane. Only measure the angle of instance always between the instant light ray as well as the normal line. So this angle is defined as angle of instance. We can represent this angle of instance by the letter I. Then this angle of reflection we can measure between the normal to the reflected light ray or reflected light ray to the normal. So the angle made by the reflected light ray with the normal is called the angle of reflection. The angle of reflection is represented by the letter R. So here do they have any relation? That means angle of instance and angle of reflection has any relation between them. So here if you measure the angle of instance as well as angle of reflection, you can realize that angle of instance and angle of reflection both are equal. So here this is called as a law of reflection. So here you have two laws. They are point of the law of reflection is said to be about angle of instance and angle of reflection, and another one is plane of reflection. So this discussion will be in the next class. I will explain about the laws of reflection here. So here this is the basic class. First you are going to watch in this course. So thank you for your presence in this course. If you really like it, please suggest about this tutorial to your 10th class friends. Maybe they are studying in your school or they are studying in the other school also. Suggest to them as well as in your relatives also. Thank you. We will meet with another video class.